Good evening. This is John Bushka. I'm just back from a weekend trip to some areas in Virginia and Kentucky. This is a picture of some deer on Roberts Mountain or Robertson Mountain, south of Charlottesville, near the property of the Monroe Institute. But you can't actually go on the institute unless you've been invited. It's private property and all the roads are private. In 2014, I did and took some pictures, but I couldn't this time. But this is very near it. This is a picture of the Lotus Shrine, the Temple of Light of Truth Universal Shrine, which is next to the Satchidananda Ashram near Yogaville, Virginia, which is south of Lovettsville and towards Route 60. You have to follow the signs carefully to find it. But the shrine is right next to the ashram, which is residential and has dorms and houses and meeting halls and so forth. Um, these are some pictures from the Red River Canyon geological area along the Mountain Parkway and the Burt Combs Martin Parkway in Kentucky. That's a walkway down into the canyon. There's another, that's the bottom of the canyon. There are resorts around it, and this is just south of the parkway. And then here are some pictures. There is the one building I could see at the juncture of the Monroe Institute. I could actually see that that's on Monroe. It's apparently a dorm building. And there is the sign. There's a sign which points to the Monroe Institute at a road, but it doesn't tell you which direction to take. Um, but and that's also a picture. That's a picture from the ashram in Yogaville, and then there's kind of an elevated staircase to part of the shrine, and then in the other direction is the actual shrine, and then inside there's another domed building on the other side. It was a Saturday. I don't think it was actually open to me, but I just drove. You drive a narrow road to get there. It's one lane, and there's barely room for a car. It's kind of very, you don't want to have an accident in that area. Um, that's the property of that's Liberty University. Um, no, I'm sorry. I picked the wrong picture. That's actually Pikeville, Kentucky. That's downtown Pikeville, Kentucky. That's a place I visited in 1972 in May when I met with a former roommate from KU to go look at some strip mines in southwestern Virginia and eastern Kentucky. So that's actually Pikeville, Kentucky. That wasn't the picture I meant to pick. But that's what I got. So here are some videos of the Lotusville Shrine. And there's another shrine at the other end. You can sort of see through it. And here is also that's the video again. I thought that's the only one I took with that camera. That's right. So let me go to this directory and show you a couple other videos from the trip. Um, and these are from the Sony camera. And this this is on the better camera, the Sony, and this is a picture of the shrine. You can see the staircase to the other part of the shrine, and then just swinging the camera around, and then the walkway to the back part of there's another building that's cone shaped where people meditate, and then here's the sign telling you. And then I wanted to show, this is Liberty University. Um, Jerry Falwell's family used to run it. It's known for its conservatism, although I think it's not
Liberty
quite as
University.
heavy as it used to be. It's quite an impressive campus on Route 460. So that's kind of what I have today from this weekend's trip. It was quite interesting. Rented the car. The main objective is because I lost a lot of pictures that I had with a computer crash of the Monroe Institute from 2014. So I wanted to go there, but I found out I couldn't really get on the property. So probably in 2015, I'll have to go there for a week and take one of their courses for $2,000 or $3,000. I'd actually like to look into the remote viewing course someday, but I'm not quite ready for that now. And then the shrine is about 20 miles south of the Monroe Institute. It's quite interesting. And then I went to Liberty University and I visited some places in eastern Kentucky, particularly Pikeville, which has become very modern, but where I met a roommate, I said in 1972, in May of 1972, after another event that happened in my life. And everything was manual then. And I remember waiting outside a motel and he got there 30 minutes before I did, to meet him. And we didn't have smartphones then to keep up or anything. And yet the whole weekend worked very well. I still remember that. There was another town we went to, Jenkins, Kentucky. I didn't do that this time. Instead, I went north to Pressenburg and then Sayersville and drove on the Burt Combs Parkway to get to the Red River Gorge, which is surprising that far west to find gorge country. It's kind of interfered with by construction. It's a little hard to get off and see where to get off. But that was this weekend. And then it's back to the grind of doing more frankly political stuff again, and that I'm very concerned about. And I'll get back to that in a couple of days here. But I do thank you for listening.